Happy lunch hour, guys. All right, we're on a Monday. Hope you all liked this morning's video. If you missed that one, I would highly advise you go look at it. Just liking to have some fun. And again, I just wanted to say thank you to Elliot and to Wellbots for making all that possible. I don't do sponsorships or affiliates or anything like that, but when there's a company that genuinely shows they want to help the community, I am very appreciative. Okay, let's just put it that way. And besides helping all of us, helping out the veterans, gee, this sounds like a company that I think we should support as well. Okay. So that kind of also brings up another question. And I see this from you guys and in general in the public quite a bit, of what do we do? How do we, how did you get there? What did you, what made you think about prepping? Okay, let's kind of go into that. And not me personally, but just everybody as a whole. Now, if you take a look, U.S. consumer confidence is at an 11-year low. Gas prices, inflation, everything like that. And you go back 11 years, that's 2011. Oh, that would be right in the midst of when Joe Biden was vice president, so we can tell whenever Joe's got his hand on the economy, plan on it going to shit. Okay, not that this should have come as any surprise to anybody. I talked about this almost 2 years ago, saying this is what was going to happen if Joe was president. Not a big deal. But, okay. So what do we do? Europe, their consumer confidence just went down 19 points this month. Okay, Europe's panicked. Obviously, oil and food. United States, oil, food. Okay. What do we do? And, y'all have quite a few people in your family, your friends, or whatever it is, who have all said, I'm coming to your house, doing whatever. Okay. Now, how do you handle that? I get that question all the time. Got it a couple of times on the live stream the other day. Got it in emails a couple of times a week at least. All right. Now, this isn't a religious channel or anything like that, but I have my own personal relationship with God. All right. So that's it. There's a lot to be said if you look into other written word, okay? Not only the Bible, but plenty of places. Look at Proverbs 21:20, okay? The wise man saves for the future, but the foolish man spends whatever he gets. Could that one be describing preppers to a T? Okay. Wise man saves for the future, puts food away, puts whatever. The foolish man just goes out on his vacations, buys the car he can't afford, goes out and, like I say all the time, playing out on his jet skis, doing whatever while you're tending your garden or stocking your food or doing whatever, okay? Those are the people that are going to be coming to your doorstep going, can you feed me? And this is where you hand them a piece of paper with Proverbs 21:20 on it and say, I told you this 2 years ago. You didn't listen. Eat the slip of paper. Go eat your jet ski. Okay, this is it. Tough love is going to be a very, very important and very, very difficult thing to administer in SHTF. You're going to have to tell people, hit the bricks. No, I don't have anything for you. And they're going to be pissed, okay? They could pull a Will Smith on Chris Rock last night, try to slap you in the face or whatever it is, okay? But you're going to have to tell them no. Because if you think about this, all right, I've got food stored. Mr. and Mrs. Mountaintop Preps and I have talked about this. They've got a ton more food stocked than I do. Okay, no problem. Why? They have a bigger group of people that they are trying to stock for than I. This is P&I stock food for 3 people. Me, her, and the dogs count as 1. You guys know that, all right? Now, if one person comes and knocks on our door, my 2-year food supply has now been cut by 25%. So now it's a 1.5-year food supply. If 3 people show up at the door, my food supply has now been cut in half. Okay? Now all of a sudden, instead of having 2 years, I have 1 year. Oops. This causes a problem. So let's look at Shakespeare, for example. Okay? Out of Hamlet. Neither a borrower nor a lender be, for loan oft loses both itself and a friend. So basically, it's saying, do not lend or borrow money or expect to borrow from anybody else, because if you do, you will lose both your friend and your enemy, or your friend and your money. Yes, very true. If my friend expects me to feed them, okay, they want to, if you will, borrow food from me, I'm going to lose my food, and I'm going to be pissed at them for not doing it. So I'm going to lose my food and my friend. Okay, stay out of this situation. Done, okay? This is the kind of thing you have to look at when you come to saving your own butt in SHTF. There's a lot of stories on what's going on right now, okay? All the talks about cyber attacks, that the government is expecting a cyber attack on our grid, on our banking system, whatever it will be. Now, it could be a false flag, don't get me wrong. But I got an email from somebody overnight who said that a friend of theirs who works at a bank, they had 7 diesel trucks show up in the middle of the night at the bank just in case the generators go down or the power goes down and they need more fuel for the generators. Those are things to watch for. A lot of you guys are talking about helicopters flying low all over the place. What's different? Situational awareness. We talk about this all the time. What's going on around you? And what is the reason? What can you do in the way of your own investigation? Who are you talking to? I saw this. What's going on? Question everything. And then share that information with only those in your closest circle. Okay? Who cares what other people think about what you do? Period. All right. A lot of you guys have said you've come to this realization in your life, that your family thinks you're crazy for prepping or doing whatever. And I will tell you this, and this is the God's honest truth. The best day of my life, and I know everybody say, it's when your kids were born, when you got married, when you graduated school, whatever it would be. The best day of my life, when I turned the corner, okay, and y'all know the Who Am I video, all right? The best day of my life was when I decided I don't give a shit what other people think anymore. And that included my family, okay? Because my family tried to be very controlling and tell me, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. And finally, there was one day where I said, no, screw it, I don't care. And I wrote them out of my life. I haven't spoken to my family in almost 8 years now. Okay. I still speak to my cousin, but as for my family, my brother, my parents, no. Okay. Why? Because I'm not playing life by their rules. All right. That's another tough one. Tough love is going to be a very, very, no, not is going to be, is a very, very difficult thing to do. Okay. You are going to go on your own way, regardless of what other people say regardless of what other people think. The only person you have a responsibility to in this world is yourself. Now, we choose to add a spouse, kids, whatever it would be. But ultimately, the only person that is responsible for you is you. And if the neighbor shows up at the front door and says, feed me, you have an obligation to tell him, go pound sand, politely again, okay? Because I'll throw one more Bible verse at you, okay? 2 Thessalonians 3. For even when we were with you, we gave you this rule. If a man will not work, he shall not eat. Sorry, I put the work in. I'm having dinner tonight. You didn't. Go find some dandelions and make yourself a salad. Pinball out.